Alright, up next, BR600, we got some parts for it. Carburetor, fuel line. Gonna go right onto this and we're gonna fire her up. That's the part number for this carburetor, if anyone is interested. This is a BR600, let's get into it. Alright, we're gonna start off getting this right out of there. Of course, it's not going to come out easily, is it? Why would it? There we go. There we go. And one more. Get off this guy. Now it's going to come off. Well, that's actually not extremely bad. That'll work. So here we are. Carburetor is coming off, getting a new carburetor, and some fuel lines are going to be put in here. Like these guys. These two right here. 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and get that off. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Pull that off of there. We'll unhook that. And here are those fuel lines I was talking about. We're going to take that off and see. There it goes. So we got some good pressure in the tank there, we can tell. Loosen that gas cap, and then you can let go of that. I like to put that right back in there. And then this fuel line comes right off like that. This one can stay just like it is. After we put the new carburetor on. It can't stay like it is. Look at that, all nice and shiny and new. I almost dropped it. It's always good. Dropping brand new stuff. Almost though, almost. I didn't. Alright. So just like that, the new carburetor is going to sit just like that. Let's get these fuel lines off of here. One off. And the main one, which is the lower on there. Get that one off too. Put those new guys on. Don't lose this. You may see it sitting there. It actually goes in like this. But it will fall right back out, so it's always fun. The way I like to cut these fuel lines, have our new fuel line like that, line it up, bring it down. There we go. New fuel line. Do the same thing with this one. Pretty even there. New fuel line. Throw that over there. These guys can get out. Almost went in. That one went in. So we'll just go ahead and put these back on here. I'd like to get a to get it started there, and then grab needle nose pliers. Just kind of push it right on there. Hopefully you can see that. It will push right on there. You just have to give it some encouragement. You can take the tank off. I'll go ahead and show you how to do that real quick. It might make this just a little easier. Oh, we got gas falling out. I can get it. That one and this one. Nope. Sure ain't. Where are they? Oh. There's one. There's one. There we go. And just push that all the way in. Oh, you can see it too. That was good. That was good. Gonna get that all the way in there, seated nice. Same thing with this one. Right on. Now you can put it back on. Pretty easy. Go ahead and tilt this back again. Have that screw started. And set it right on there. That one. No, it's not in there. Just make sure it's in there like that. And then we'll tighten these guys back up too. Don't forget these ones we took out mistakenly. Boom. There we go. New lines are on and popping. Now we'll go ahead and put this stuff back on. Now we're going to go ahead and put this carburetor back on. We'll start with that first, I think. I always get confused on how to put these back. I think I always put that on first. I don't know. For now, it's on. Get this one in. There we go. We know that one is the gas because it's the bottom one. Now we have the top one. That's going to have to go through that hole. And then right into there. Right on there. There we go. Of course, we got them twisted up. We'll untwist them. Put that back on there. Screw back in there. This is just chaos right now. But it will work out. I promise. Put this back on in its respected spot. These ones in their respective spot. Right in like that, right in like that. Nice and in there. Right in there. There we go. Got that like that. I'm gonna move this wire up and out of there. Oh yeah, we lost our brass insert here. Well, let's go ahead and find that. Oh, there's a screw. There it is. We found it. So that's going in. Going on. Then I'm going to just have it sit right here for a second. Just like that. Alright, now that we at least have it here, we're going to go ahead and put in this impulse hose. Put that on. Make sure it's slid up that brass as much as we can get it, just like that there. We have this in there. We're going to put that wire behind these two tabs, just like that, routed correctly. And then always remember this white piece will move. So I just get the screw started, move it around a little, and there it goes, catches on. Same with the back, on. There we go. Give the trigger a pull. There we go. Moving nicely. We got a lot of play in the trigger. So we're going to take that out so we can get a full draw. You can see it's not even pushing the rest of the way down like that. You can see like that there. Has to go all the way down there like that, not to there, or we're not getting a full draw. And that's because this trigger is moving that far before it's touching it. That's a lot of play. We want a very little amount of play in there. That's on. That's on. That's on. That's all nice and tucked back in there, still in its spot. There we go. That's fuel lines. Carburetor changed out. Go ahead and see if we can get her to start up. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put this on as a 1. I kind of like to have that on. And that kind of gives you a guide on how to push it right through. And then it'll go right back on like that. When you get to this point and you're like, man, it won't go in, it's usually because of that right there. I hope you can see it. Just lift that up and put it on. You have another one over here. That one's actually on. So look at that. It's in. Like Flynn. 1, 2, 3. See the gas in there? We got plenty of gas, it appears. Let's see if she'll prime up. We're not priming. At all. Not priming at all. That's not great. Let's look inside here. Alright, we're going to open this guy up. Have a look inside here. Alright, I can see one end right here. Looks good. The other end of the fuel line is up out of the fuel. I don't know if you can see that in there too well, but it's actually up, leaning up against here, out of the fuel. So let's get that down in there and routed right. Maybe she'll start priming. Alright. Just gonna grab this one actually. There we go. See if we can get that to pull up and out. Which is easier said than done. There we go. And this was the one that was up out of the fuel. So I'm going to put that in straight and let it slide across the bottom while I push it in. Hopefully it'll stay down in the fuel and let that go. There we go. Now they're both in there. Let's see if it'll prime. I did just see some gas start to come through. We're still not priming. I don't like that. I do have an extra primer ball we can try out. It's trying to prime. I can see it. There's a little bit of gas spraying through. Let's see if it'll start. It's actually not sounding extremely bad. This primer ball could be a little bad, but it is on and running. Now I'm going to adjust this trigger. Like I said, that's a whole lot of play before it actually starts pulling on the carburetor. You can see how far that moves. There's a screw in here. We're just going to tighten it up. Maybe 2-3 turns. Now look at that. Now look, it's barely moving and we're touching. I'm going to do just a tad bit more. There we go. That's about all we want. Maybe a 1/4 of an inch of play. And then now we're getting a full draw on there. It's not too bad, not too bad. Start her up again. Woo. And there we go. That primer ball is working, but still not priming properly. So I'm actually going to switch that out. Because, yeah, like, it's just not. We have had problems with these before. So I have a new one. I'm going to put a new one in it. But she's on and running. Carburetor's adjusted. Sounds good. We're on to the next one.